All right, welcome to another video from the chart readers. A rough day today to say the least. So we will look at all the markets, and as normal, we will start with the NASDAQ on the daily. I'm going to lower our two lower indicators as we normally do, and I will start us on the top. So yesterday, we really talked about the momentum we gained from these last 5 days, right? Boom, 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 literally from well below the 8, well below the 20 to over the 8, over the 20, and actually testing the 50. That was yesterday. Today, clearly, the 50 just rejected us hard, right? We didn't even open at halfway. We opened almost at completely below the day's candle. And from there, we've pretty much given away 3 positive days in one fail swoop, right? Not a good thing. So we talked about a couple things. We talked about this 5-day trend ended up going down. We talked about, I thought there was another one. Was there not? I thought there was 2. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4. I thought there was another one. I have no idea. Nonetheless, we had our 5-day and we dropped. We had a 5-day and it dropped, right? So sometimes you can just really literally look at the last couple days and see if there's any patterns you can find. So what are we expecting at this point? Look, we're at least really glad we closed over the 8, right? We're still above the 8. We at least didn't lose it on a heavy swoop. At this point, and look, where are we again? We're back at 11.3. I've literally been saying 11.3, 11.5, 11.3, 11.7, 1100, right? We're jumping up and down in these patterns, and that is a lot of what technical analysis is, right? It's finding these numbers, kind of mapping them, and seeing who ends up winning, right? So we're back at this 11.3 number. We're at least over the 8, and really tomorrow is going to be important. Can we at least stay over the 8, or are we about to lose the 8 again? So I did say that today's start might dictate how the week looks. Clearly, this might not be a great start to the week if that's correct, right? So let's see what tomorrow looks like. Hey, maybe we get a nice little bounce, and, we're kind of bouncing off this 8 and just, who knows, right? We'll see tomorrow. But clearly, this is not what we wanted to have happen today. Let's look at our lower indicators real quick. Okay, so the MACD did not take a hard dive down. In fact, it actually looks like there's still somewhat of an upward slope, even though we had a pretty rough day. Now, nonetheless, I think that the rough day might supersede that little line up, but hey, at least the MACD isn't taking a crap on everything, for lack of words. Now, RSI, on the other hand, that is a different story. You can see that today's action definitely moved the momentum, and we're going to have to zoom in here. It looks like the red is, in fact, above the green, so that is never a good thing, right? We want green over red. We now have red over green on the RSI, so that is a little disappointing, not gonna lie. The NASDAQ does not look good. I don't think there's too much ways of saying it, right? We're on this 11.3, which has become somewhat of a support for us at this point. Hopefully, we do not lose the 8 moving average. If we come back look, we're either gonna hold the 8 and stay again at 11.3 for another day, or we start coming down to 11.2, 11.1, and then, hey, I don't know if we're going to come down to our death line, right? So we will see. Hopefully we stay in this middle area a bit longer. But the weekly, it's still a little early. Obviously, it's the first day of the week, but under the 8 now, right? So we closed over the 8. I was a little excited for that, but alas, that was short-lived, at least as of the first day. Let's check out the SP500. Go back to the daily real quick. Again, same basic story, right? Actually, just across all 3, same basic story. So we did not close anywhere. Sorry, we did not open anywhere near the yesterday candle. We actually opened well below it. And we obviously continued on down, taking away both days here, it looks like. It was about 3 days on the NASDAQ, 2 days here. Again, we're over the 8. Barely, though, right? I think both of them are barely over the 8. And all things looking, it almost seems like we might lose the 8 here. So yeah, S&P 500 does not look very promising right now. And then let's close it up real quick on the DJ30. Again, same basic story, right? Today, all three were down. Friday, we had it where the Dow was the only one that was down, where the other two were up. This day, we had all three down. And really, all three have the exact same thing going on. We're basically just kissing the 8, but over the 8. The RSI is starting to shift down pretty hard. And then the MACD is kind of doing its little thing, I guess. But I would focus a little bit more on this negative RSI. And look, unless we get a nice little bounce off the 8, we're in some trouble across all three. So yeah, be safe out there. We'll see what the rest of the week looks like. But again, be careful. See what the start of the day looks like, and don't expect too much magic. So trade safely.